let us straight come to part 3 of the Constitution. Part 3 of the Constitution is called the self-contained code. Now, why is it called the self-contained code? Because the rights and the remedies for the infringement of those rights are laid down in the same part. Part 3 of the Constitution begins with Article 12 and ends at Article 35. Article 12 deals with the definition of the word state. Now, why is suddenly the word state defined in Article 12? The word state finds mention also in Article 3 of the Constitution of India, where it is mentioned that Parliament may by law amend the or alter the boundaries of the state, change the name of a state, bifurcate a state into two states, merge two states into one state, even without the concurrence of the state legislature concerned. So the word state in Article 3 means province, whereas the word state in Article 12 means an entity against which fundamental rights are available. So Article 12 defines the word state in order to make us understand as to which are those entities against which we can avail our fundamental rights. Or in other words, which are those entities who, when they violate our fundamental rights, we can directly knock the doors of the High Court under Article 226 or the Supreme Court under Article 32 of the Constitution. Now, let us briefly look into what are the ingredients which must be fulfilled in order that an entity can be called a state. Union executive, union legislature, state executive, state legislature, and all other local authorities. All local and other authorities. This is the phraseology of Article 12. So union executive, union legislature, state executive, state legislature is clear. That is the parliament, the central government, the state legislature, that is Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad, and the state government, the executive wing. But what about judiciary? As far as judiciary is concerned, it is now settled that when the courts, the High Court or any other court, act in the judicial capacity, they are not states. But when they act in the executive capacity, they are states. But then, what is the meaning of the word other authority as mentioned in Article 12 of the Constitution of India? So, as far as the word other authority is concerned, this word came up for interpretation of the Supreme Court and various high courts in a plethora of cases. In Santabai versus University of Madras, in the Madras High Court, where the Madras High Court held that the word other authorities must be interpreted ejusdem generis. Now, ejusdem generis rule of interpretation restricts the scope of the words. So, these other authorities must be like the local authorities. That is, like the municipality or panchayats or municipal corporation, like that. But then the Supreme Court rejected this contention in airport authorities case and laid down that if the entity is an instrumentality of the government, if it is an authority, what is the meaning of the word authority? Any entity which can control the liberty of others by making rules. And if this is satisfied, it is a state. So according to this definition of state by the Supreme Court, the universities, the various other entities were all declared state. But then there are case laws which often deviate from this rule, like the BCCI is clearly not declared to be a state. The NCERT is also not declared to be a state according to the apex court. But nonetheless, by and large, the definition of state is now concretized, is precipitated in the airport authorities case. Now let us come to Article 13. Article 13 lays down what is known as a very important basic feature of the Constitution, that is judicial review. Now, what is judicial review? Judicial review is the scrutiny of a law or an order of the lower court or of any other tribunal by the High Court or the Supreme Court. Now, what does Article 13 lays down? Why is the power of judicial review construed to be in Article 13? 13 lays down that if any law is violative of Part 3 of the Constitution, then that law is void to the extent of the conflict it has with Part 3 of the Constitution. So, who decides whether a law is violative of Part 3 or not? It is the judiciary, either the High Court or the Supreme Court. So, the power of judicial review is construed to be in Article 13 of the Constitution of India. Now, what does the word law mean? Does it mean even the constitutional amendment, or it doesn't include the word constitutional amendment? That has also now been settled through a course of decisions, finally culminating in Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala, where the 24th Amendment of the Constitution was upheld and said that the word law, quote unquote, in Article 13 does not include constitutional amendment, and therefore Parliament has right to amend Part 3 of the Constitution. So, the judicial review, one of the basic features of the Constitution, which was sort of declared in Kesavananda Bharati and later on reiterated in Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Narayan, is contained within Article 13.